Hi, friends. How are you today? We are beginning our journey toward Easter today. Today is Ash Wednesday, which is the beginning of the season in the church we call Lent. And Ash Wednesday is when we take some time to remember that we all, every single one of us, is connected to the earth and to each other through the earth, through the dust, that we are all actually partly made of that dust. And someday we will become part of that dust again. Every single one of us, every living being on earth. It's part of the great big plan of how God put everything together. And so I wanted to share with you today a story that is called You Are Stardust, that kind of talks about just that. It talks about how we are all connected. Really, that's what it is. It's about how we are all connected. So it is called You Are Stardust, and it is by an author named Elin, Kelsey, with beautiful, beautiful artwork by Soyun Kim. So let's share this together on this Ash Wednesday as we are moving toward Easter. You are stardust. Every tiny atom in your body came from a star that exploded long before you were born. You started life as a single cell, so did all other creatures on planet Earth. Like fish deep in the ocean, you called salt water home. You swam inside the salty sea of your mother's womb. Salt still flows through your veins, your sweat and your tears. The sea within you is as salty as the ocean. The water swirling in your glass once filled the puddles where dinosaurs drank. From ocean to sky to land and back again, the same water has been quenching thirst for millions of years. You learn to speak the same way baby birds learn to sing, by chatting with your parents, ma, 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 tweet, tweet, tweet. Be still, listen. Like you, the earth breathes. Your breath is alive with the promise of flowers. Each time you blow a kiss to the world, you spread pollen that might grow to be a new plant. Inside your brain, electricity stronger than lightning powers your every thought. You sneeze with the force of a tornado. Wind rockets from your nose quicker than a cheetah sprints. You grow at night when your bones are resting, just like the sheep you count to help you sleep. You may sprout even taller in the spring and summer, just like the plants in your garden. You tend to shed the most hair in early autumn and save your thickest growth for the heart of winter. Your body constantly changes. New cells line your stomach every 3 days. You'll replace your skin 100 times by the time you turn 10. Just as forests grow new trees in place of old ones, you grow entirely new skeletons throughout your life. If you were a planet, you'd be a lot like the Earth. Rainforests on land and algae in the oceans are the Earth's lungs. From your head to your toes, inside and out, billions of teeny microorganisms live on planet You. You know how it feels to be a good friend, and so do other animals. Bats and whales get their friends to babysit. Elephants remain best buddies for life. You, me, birds flying through the rainforest, we are all connected. We are all nature. We are all Stardust. So that's just a really beautiful book that helps us remember how we are all connected to one another and to the earth, and that is a truth that never ever changes. And during this season of Lent, during these 40 days, as we are moving from Ash Wednesday to Easter Sunday, we are inviting the entire Riviera UMC community, the entire RUMC family, to take some time each day to think about exactly the message of this book, how we are all connected to one another and to the earth, to God's creation, and to think about what we can do, each and every one of us, to help care for God's creation, to help make sure that the world around us is getting the things that it needs to be as healthy as it possibly can, and to think about how even little things that each and every one of us do can have a big impact on the other people around us and on creation. So we are starting here on Ash Wednesday. And the book talked about dust, about stardust, and about how dust is part of all of us and how we are all part of the dust, the dirt that has been around for generations before we were born and will still be around for generations after each of us is gone. And that is part of the message of Ash Wednesday. So what I would invite you to do at home with your families is to just go and get a little bit of dirt out of your yard or garden. This right here, this is some dirt from the rose garden in front of the church that I just took this morning. You can sort of see it even has some leaves in it. This is the dirt that's right out there, growing and feeding and nurturing the beautiful roses and flowers that we have in front of the church. You might have dirt at your home that is growing and nurturing and feeding maybe a garden that helps to feed your family, maybe flowers, maybe trees, maybe just grass, whatever it is. Get some dirt, just a little bit of dirt. And then I would invite you to take your finger and get the dirt on your finger. See right there. And then what we do in the church on Ash Wednesday is we put a cross on our forehead, and with the cross, we say the reminder that you are dust and to dust you will return. But I would add to that today, you are stardust. So at home with your family, do this. You are stardust, and you are part of God's great big plan for this world. And you have a special part in that world and in taking care of that world for yourself, for your family, for your friends, for everybody around you, and for everybody who's not yet even born, for all the people who are going to come later. You are stardust, and you are special, and you are an intentional part of God's plan. And I am so glad that you are part of my world, and I hope that you have had a great day, and I look forward to journeying through Lent with you as we take some time each and every day to think about what we can do to care for and appreciate and wonder at God's beautiful creation outside our own front doors. Be well, my friends.